He is back. This is not a drill. Xe has returned to the Overwatch League. So what's up guys, ATP here, and today we finally can talk about the official signing of Xe to the Florida Mayhem. This one has been rumored for a little bit now, but it's just so amazing to finally see it be official and out there on social media, on Florida's pages and everything. What a wonderful day for the Overwatch League. There was a period of time where a lot of us were wondering if Xe was ever going to come back, because it seemed like he wanted to for a while, but he wasn't getting anywhere with tryouts or anything, but here he is. It's a miracle. A player of his caliber is only going to make the league more enjoyable. I mean, especially when the Florida Mayhem are on. It seems like ages ago at this point, but in his 2020 rookie year on the Paris Eternal, the man was a monster, one of the best hit scan players in the league, an MVP candidate, and just one of the most enjoyable players to watch. It's wonderful to finally see him back in action. I mean, the league just didn't feel the same without him. It felt like something was missing. He also would go on to be one of the biggest what-ifs in league history, arguably, as if he was on that Dallas team, they could have been even better, which is ridiculous to think about. But of course, it just wasn't meant to be, because if you can remember correctly, Xe had to take some time off from the league, or from professional play rather, due to the fact that he's dealing with some health issues. I believe it was like a back issue in particular. He had to work through it and get better, and he did, and now he's ready to finally get back out there. He prioritized health in order to ensure that he can play at his absolute best again. But his ride to get back to the league was actually kind of bumpy. For a while, it seemed like no one was all that interested. I'm not sure if he wasn't doing that well during tryouts and scrims or whatever, but for a while he kept on saying that he's LFT, looking for team, but no one wanted him. He was trying, but with no luck. Then, all of a sudden, we see some rumors circulating that the Valiant are set to sign him, and it seemed like it was kind of official almost. It seemed like Xe was excited about something, and we had reports and everything coming out, but it wasn't meant to be. Something fell through. So then we go through another extended period of time where it feels like Xe's time is all but up. He keeps saying that he's still looking for a team, but with no luck at all. But then boom, all of a sudden, it would seem that the Florida Mayhem decided to pick him up. This pickup is a little interesting for a bunch of different reasons, but the one in particular that a lot of people have been talking about is the fact that Xe originally said that he would have preferred to play in a team for APAC so he could be closer to home. But recently Xe did go on social media and he clarified while yes, he would have preferred to play for an APAC team, he wasn't ruling out the possibility of returning to NA either, so I guess there was a misunderstanding. Not only is this a great place where he could carry on a consistent basis, but I think Florida in general just benefit so much from his presence. We're talking an MVP caliber hit scan player who could instantly make them noticeably better. He's a scary player at his best. I mean, Florida just in every way upgraded their DPS line. They went from Mirror, who they recently released, to Xe. Xe, Hydron, and Checkmate doesn't sound that bad. We'd like to maybe see Checkmate develop a little bit more, but Hydron and Xe, I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of confidence in those two to pop off with regularity. And I mean, in the moments where they can play together in the same lineup, maybe like a tracer, sniper type of deal, whatever it may be, they could be very dangerous. Like, they're no joke. They could actually hang in there with a good amount of the DPS lines in North America. So while I feel bad that Mirror kind of got kicked off the team for maybe not being useful enough in certain situations, I think that the reward for doing so definitely is pretty massive, and you just had to take this deal. It's crazy to think that one swap out in the matter of hours has led to the Mayhem DPS line going from meh to very interesting. They're packing some heat now. I mean, it really does depend on what kind of Xe we see. We really don't know if he'll ever be the same player ever again, but even an Xe who's like 80% of his former self, maybe like 70%, that's still going to make a huge difference for a Florida team who's looking to prove that they're not some bottom roster. You got to try and remember, a fraction of what Xe used to be is still arguably all-star level since he was an MVP level player back in the day. Right from day one, he could be an all-star on this team and can give them a true carry they can rely on time after time. And when you add in Hydron, again, I just think that there's a lot of playmaking potential there, and it's exciting to think about. Albert, the general manager of the Florida Mayhem, made it clear that they were looking to upgrade the hit scan position or just get some more firepower there in general, because apparently hit scan is very valuable in Overwatch 2. It's an important role, and there's no better way to fill out said important role than with a guy who could definitely be an MVP of the league if he plays well enough. And as good as Hydron is, there's going to be times where maybe maybe being a rookie gets the best of him, but also there's going to be other moments where he might not be able to play that hit scan role because he's playing something else. So you might as well get somebody like Exy who can be flexible enough to make sure that you don't see a decrease in your play. Something else to think about aside from him just adding more firepower is the fact that he's very versatile. You could use him in a bunch of different ways and he'll look comfortable out there. The big thing he was known for in 2020 was his Widowmaker and his Ashe. He's a really strong sniper. He can play the Hanzo as well, but then we also know that he's very comfortable in rush scenarios. We've seen him pop off on Cassidy quite a bit. That was like a pivotal comp for the Paris Eternal during their early dominant days. And also, now we have something like Sojourn to think about. Maybe he could be one of the best Sojourns in the Overwatch League. He's just a great option to have through and through. I genuinely cannot think of a potential drawback of this move aside from like maybe health issues or Exy not playing at the same level that he used to be, but I feel like that's kind of to be expected in a way since he isn't on the Paris Eternal anymore. This is a different system, a team that's arguably worse. You can't expect him to be as good as he once was. But that's totally okay given Florida's situation. They're not trying to win a championship this year. This is year one of a rebuild. They're not looking to get the most elite, top-of-the-line players out there. Exy just needs to be good to put them on the right track to try and figure some stuff out. So honestly, who the heck cares if Exy maybe isn't like a top 3 hit scan option in North America anymore? And who cares if he gets diffed at times? That doesn't really matter to Florida Mayhem fans at this point. They weren't expecting much after the offseason and what happened and dumping their original core. They were kind of just hoping that they wouldn't be the worst team in the league, but now all of a sudden they're in a situation where they could be surprisingly decent, so who the heck cares? Just the fact that Exy is back is good enough for all of us, I'd say, and it's good enough for him. You can tell that he's more motivated than ever to get back out there and pick up where he left off. Every single tweet that I see out of him is just constantly saying that he's motivated, he's ready to dominate again, he's going to give us a good showing like he did in 2020. The motivation is through the charts with this guy, and I'm expecting him to pop off. Maybe not as much as 2020, but still good. The Mayhem are in luck here. They're getting better and better as time goes on, it feels like. They went from a team that felt genuinely bottom 3 to me in North America to maybe being something more, to being middle of the pack, to being a dark horse team that could give a lot of these other upper teams some trouble if they don't take them seriously. There's definitely some suspect things about the roster, like with flex DPS and maybe the support line not being all that great anymore, but they've got a lot of interesting pieces to make up for that, which kind of gives them 2020 Valiant vibes in a way, where they might come out of nowhere. I don't know if I'd necessarily guarantee they're going to be better than bottom 3 in NA still, but at the same time, their ceiling has gone up drastically these last couple of weeks, and there's room for them to maybe get out of that bottom 5 status overall and maybe fight towards a potential playoff spot if they end up seriously realizing their potential. It's a big what if, but you seriously can't rule out the possibility anymore. This team, their stocks keep on going up and up and up, and I'm just so happy about that. I want to see the Mayhem succeed, and I want to see Exy succeed. It's a good day, folks. It's a good day. The Exy hype is back, baby. I'm pumped. Anyway, that's just about going to do it for this quick news update. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with all things Overwatch League news related. And of course, be sure to let me know what you think about Exy rejoining the league down in the comments below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. And until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace.